DoorDash driver, mama. Can you still make $250 in a day working the gig apps? DoorDash, UberEats, and Instacart are my three of choice for today. We are starting, it's about 8:30 a.m. The son is in the car. We're gonna take him to practice, and then after lunch we take him home. But we have our first order at Dunkin', $10.97 for 1 miles. Didn't take a screenshot, but they didn't even have the ticket pulled yet. So let's go back and see if it's ready. Okay, it is now 8:52. We have our next order on Uber Eats. It's for $10.09. We are shopping for 5 items, and it's a total of 1.5 miles. 9:03, we have the 5 items. They sent an add-on for $6 and 1 item from the same store for an additional 1.5 miles, but we can't do that because the cross-country practice starts at 9:15. 9:22, we're dropping him off late. Dang on it. But we'll be back at 10:30 on time, hopefully. So it is now 9:33. The cross-country practice is over at 10:30. We're probably going to be a little late. We have our next order on Instacart. $33, 30 items, going 5.6 miles. Okay, it's 10:06 and the shopping is finished, but the checkout might be a few minutes. So it's 10:17. The car is packed up. The customer is 13 minutes away, but then I'll be about 15 to 20 minutes late picking up the son. Which one are we gonna do? Should we get him first and he can help us with these bags because she said leave it at the top of the stairs, or do we drop it first and then go back and get him? We'll see. So we decided on picking him up first because in the app it showed that the deliver by time is 10:54 and we should be able to make that. Up next, we have CVS Instacart, $11 for 4 items and going half a mile. And while we were doing our shopping, we received our first DoorDash, $8.75, 3.8 miles. Let's go get some crepes. And we have dropped off the Instacart. It was only a half a mile from the store. And that pancake house was literally 1 block away from CVS. So now we're on our way to drop off the DoorDash crepes, and we have accepted our next order. It is on Instacart, $23 and change, 2 customers for, I believe, 6. So we have dropped off, and they gave it to 12:19. We got the little message to 12:19 to start shopping, but we should get there by 12:12 on our way to the grocery store.
Here, 2, 3.
Okay, both of those orders are dropped off. It is now 1:32. We have our last before we break and go home to make dinner. $18.75 for 2 customers, 4 miles, and there is a $1 prepay going on right now. It is now 5:45. We came home. We cooked dinner, fried chicken, jambalaya rice, and corn, and we are on our way back down to the avenue to continue on our journey for $2.50 in a day. It is now 6:21 and we have not received not one ding on DoorDash, a couple of bad orders on Uber Eats, and 1 bad order on Instacart. 6:30 is the time that people start ordering dinner in my market, so there's really no point of me rushing back, but we will come back when we have our first. 6:42 and we finally have our first DoorDash order for the night. It is $14.25 and it is 2 orders. One is going to be shopping for 8 items and the other one is picking up at a restaurant and delivering for a total of 2.2 miles. Let's go. 7:01, we just dropped off the first order. I don't know if you noticed it, but now with a lot of the batches, they don't have you pick up or do both at the same time and then deliver to each customer. They have you do the first one completely and then go do the second one. I don't know why they're doing that, but at least you didn't have to have a soggy taco. Let's go. We are doing our shopping and we received a Instacart, $9, shopping for 7 items, taking it 0.4 miles. We're going to do both, but just a public service announcement. If you're in a store with bad reception and you're doing a DoorDash shop, go to the front and make sure you scan it properly. I was at a 91% completion rate on items, and then I did an order at a store that has bad reception and everything was available, but 2 of the items I had to take a picture instead of letting the app actually acknowledge it. Then I went down to 90%. So when you take a picture, it'll let you add it to the cart, but it's going to affect your completion rate on finding items. 59, that giant shopping order gave me heck. It did not want to scan the chicken that they wanted. So we are just finishing. Guess how much they tipped? Well, I don't know if I'm going to meet my $250 goal for today because it's 8:31. We just had our next order that we're willing to take on Instacart. Did not screenshot it because it would have been gone. $13 and change. Shopping for like 3 or 4 items, going less than a mile. We took it and we're going. So it's like 9:10. We have our next order is picking up sushi. $8 for 3-point-something miles, but it said it should only take 13 minutes. But this place is slow tonight. As soon as I got the order, the customer texted me and said, it's still not ready. I said, I'm walking in the restaurant now and it's still not ready. Hopefully it's ready soon. So that order was dropped off and we have our next. We accepted it on the way to the customer we just left. $18 and change on Instacart, shopping for about 5 items, I believe, 5 to 7 items, and driving it 5.6 miles into another zone. DoorDash is on, but nothing is happening with DoorDash at all. So let's go shop. So we are at the store, but on the way, DoorDash sent us an order, batch shopping order, 31 and change, going 19-point-something miles. One is going to the same town that we are doing the Instacart for. The other one is going to DC, deep in DC, a 43-minute drive away. We're going to unassign the far one, do the one in the same town, and go deliver both. So it's 11 o'clock, Giant is closed. We went to get our Crystal Light for the night, and we have our next order. We're not gonna make $250 for the day. We have like 1 hour before tomorrow's here, but we do have our next 8 and change on Uber Eats, going to pick up 7-Eleven. So we have the drinks for Emily and we're going to deliver. And don't be discouraged. Although I didn't make it to $250 today, there was a fellow dasher. He started at 11 and when I saw him at 8, he was at $250 for the day. So it is possible, but with this business, you just never know. So we did not reach our goal. We are gonna end up, I believe, $209. It was $109 on Instacart, I believe 40-something on Uber Eats, and 50-something on DoorDash. But even though we didn't make it, remember there was that dasher that did make $250 between the hours of 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. So it really depends on what your ratings are. I am not platinum, probably won't be platinum again. I use 3 apps. The dasher that made $250 only uses DoorDash, so there is hope. But we are happy for what we have, and I wish you large tips. Oh, how long it took. So we worked in the morning from about 8:30 till 2, and then we worked the evening from about 6 to 11:30. But you can't even call that first half hour working because nothing was coming through at all. 6:30 is when things pick up. So we hope this helps someone, and I wish you large tips. Look at that truck.